Hello and welcome back once again to Infinite Jeff, the project where I, Jeff, read the book Jeff, to you one Jeff, page at a time, one day at a Jeff time. Put it on the Jeff tube. This is page number 420, Jeff. Here we go. For themselves, steeply appeared convincingly to ruminate. It's like there's a context for the game, then, with them. We know where we stand differs from where they stand. There's a sort of playing field of context. Causing the chair to squeak, Morath again rotated two fingers of a hand in the air, which for Quebecers signifies impatience. Rules of play, rules of engagement. The other hand was with the Sterling UL machine pistol beneath the blanket. Even historically, the 60s bomb tossers, the spick separatists, the ragheads, very charming. These are attractive terms. Ragheads, Colombians, Brazilians, they had positive objectives. Desires for self, which you could understand. Even if the objectives were nothing more than things we could file, pinned to the board under stated objectives, the pathetic spicks. I apologize for all these racial slurs, by the way. I don't like saying them, but I don't know. I won't say the N-word, but Wallace doesn't really use the N-word. When he does, it was misspelled, so I could say Niger. So I was appreciative of that. So I apologize for this. Stated objectives, the pathetic spicks. They wanted certain things. There was a context, a compass for maneuvers against them. Your guardians of national security could understand these positive desires of self-interest. Look at them and relate, as one says, at least, knowing where you stand on the field of play. Steeply slowly nodded, as if only to himself. There weren't just pure malice. There wasn't just pure malice. There was never the sense that here were some people who had just all of a sudden let the air out of your tires for no reason. You allege we disperse our resources deflating automobile tires? A figure of speech. Or, for example, a serial killer, a sadist, somebody who wants you down just for the deviant sake of wanting you down, a deviant. Far south, a blinking system of tricolored lights described a spiral over the airport's tower's pulsing tip. This was a landing aircraft. Steeply lit another cigarette off the butt of his previous and then tossed the butt, peering over the shelf's edge to watch its spiraled fall. Morath was looking up and right. Steeply said, because politics are one thing. Even way out far in the distance, fringe politics are one thing. Your Fortier doesn't seem to care much about reconfiguration, territory, redemisement, cartography, tariffs, Finlandization, Onanite, Anschluss, or toxic waste displacement. Experialism. Steeply says, or so-called experialism, even separatism. None of the other cell's agendas seems to drive you people. Most of the office sees it as just sheer malice with you. No agenda or story. And for you, there is something appalling. Steeply pursed his lips, as if trying to blow something off them. But when there are delineatable strategic political goals, and objectives, when there's... God, and Wallace's fucking sentences are just so twisty sometimes. I mean, it's not like reading Finnegan's Wake, because that just straight up doesn't make sense. He just goes out of his way to put so many possessive apostrophes and qualifiers, and it just is hard to read. But fun. So that's page 420, Jeff. 421. So have it, Jeff. Good night, Jeff.